For millions of years, the remote island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean was a sanctuary, untouched by time. Here, isolated from the rest of the world, a remarkable creature evolved. The dodo. Standing up to 75 centimeters tall and weighing around 17.5 kilograms, it was perfectly adapted to its island home. Genetic evidence reveals its closest living relative is the vibrant Nicobar pigeon. Contrary to the myth of a fat and clumsy bird, skeletal evidence proves the dodo was an active and agile forest wanderer. With abundant food and absolutely no natural mammalian predators, they had no need for flight. The dodo was an opportunistic forager, using its powerful beak to feed on fallen fruits, bulbs, and roots. To digest the tough seeds of the Mauritian forests, the bird swallowed small stones, which acted like a millstone inside its gizzard. Because they lived in a predator-free paradise, females nested directly on the ground, laying only a single egg. The parents invested immense time into raising their lone chick, and early sailors noted that the young called out like young geese. Though unable to fly, their small wings were essential for maintaining balance as they moved swiftly across the island. For millennia, the dodo was the undisputed ruler of the undergrowth, unaware that an unprecedented threat was approaching from the sea. In 1598, Dutch explorers landed on the shores of Mauritius, breaking the island's ancient isolation. Having evolved without predators, the dodo had no concept of fear, approaching the strange invaders with innocent curiosity. This fearlessness sealed their fate, as hungry sailors easily captured the docile birds for ship's provisions. Though early accounts claimed the meat was tough, the birds were relentlessly exploited for food. A few were taken alive across the oceans as exotic curiosities to Europe and Asia, ending their days in cages. But direct hunting by humans was only the beginning of a much larger, unseen catastrophe. The true architects of extinction arrived hidden on human ships, an invading army of rats, pigs, and macaques. These introduced predators wreaked havoc, plundering the vulnerable ground nests and devouring their single precious eggs. Because the dodo laid only one egg at a time, their population could not possibly recover from this relentless onslaught. Simultaneously, human settlers destroyed the coastal forests to create plantations, obliterating the very ecosystem the birds needed to survive. The surviving few retreated deep into the harshest, most inaccessible swamplands of the island. Trapped on a small island with a shrinking habitat and invasive predators, the dodo was pushed to the absolute brink. In the year 1662, shipwrecked Dutch mariners washed ashore on a small islet off Mauritius.
We're gonna die!
There, they documented the last widely accepted sighting of the living dodo. Shortly after this encounter, the species silently slipped away into the shadows of history. Their extinction was so rapid that humanity didn't even realize what they had done, with many eventually believing the bird was merely a myth. Within less than a century of its discovery, an evolutionary masterpiece, millions of years in the making, was entirely eradicated. The forests of Mauritius grew silent, missing their most famous inhabitant. It wasn't until the 1860s, when a trove of subfossil bones was discovered in the Mauritius swamp, that the world finally accepted the tragic reality. Today, only scattered bones and a single dried head in Oxford remain as physical evidence of their existence. Immortalized in literature, like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, the dodo became the ultimate global icon of human-caused extinction. But today, groundbreaking sequencing of the dodo's genome brings a new spark of hope. Through the power of science and visual technology, we refuse to let their memory fade into the dust. Welcome to Bringing Them to Life. Subscribe and join us as we resurrect Earth's lost history.